Hello, how is everyone doing? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. And if you aren't, then watch this video to the end. It'll most likely make your day that much better. Now recently at the DragonBall Battle Hour, they announced a new Tenkaichi game, which we haven't gotten a new Tenkaichi game in maybe 15 years. And I'm talking about an actual Tenkaichi game, not that ultimate Tenkaichi rock, paper, scissors game nonsense. So the topic of today's video is going to be the roster that we want in the game. Now everyone is going to have a different opinion on what they want in the roster, and that is totally fine. But let's go more in depth with what makes a Tenkaichi game a Tenkaichi game. Tenkaichi is known for its massive character roster. I believe Tenkaichi 3 had 98 characters in 161 forms, which makes it the largest roster in a fighting game. At that time, which to me blew my mind as a child, I didn't even think many DBZ games had half that much today. Maybe Xenoverse has the second most amount of characters, but I could be wrong. I honestly do not mind seeing many variations of Goku like they did in Tenkaichi 3, where it was early, mid, and end Goku, each having their own transformations. Obviously, early Goku would have Kaioken and not Super Saiyan, and end Goku would have Gaki and UI transformation. Especially if they do a story mode, which they obviously are, they're most likely going to have separate Gokus for fitting in all the transformation he has. And that brings me to another thing. They better have transformations in battle like they did in the previous installments. And I'm talking about transforming in battle, not transforming at the start of battle and then fighting the whole rest of the match. I'm talking about transformations, transforming into Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3 at will whenever you please. Okay, so I know everyone and their mothers, fathers, and sisters and brothers want to have all the characters from the start of Dragon Ball all the way to the end of Super. Guess what, people? That is not going to happen. I know a lot of people are going to complain because the original Tenkaichi games had a lot of characters at the start, and it's just not how video games are made today. I'm sorry to say, it's just not. And honestly, you can blame all those Fortnite kids and stealing their mother's credit cards to make those purchases. And believe me, I've seen it happen with an ex whose son took their mom's credit card to buy a Fortnite skin. She obviously was mad, but he was happy he got that skin. I think it was a ninja skin, but I don't remember. But going back to the topic, yeah, nowadays gaming isn't the same as it used to be, which sucks for us older people who didn't grow up with microtransactions. And when we bought a game, we were happy. And like some of us, we were scared to ask our mothers and fathers for money for anything. At least I know I was. Like, Mom, can I have $20? She'd be like, for what? Yeah, so I was definitely scared to ask my parents for money. But yeah, I'm expecting maybe 50 to 80 characters at launch. And then through DLC, we can get other characters from different series like Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super. It'd be pretty cool if we started off with characters from all sagas and storylines from all the installments of the Dragon Ball series throughout the years. One thing I realized from playing Raging Blast in my Raging Blast series is that First Form Cell doesn't have his first form voice. I know some DBZ games do that, and to me that is kind of lazy. They can easily take voices from the show and throw them into the character to make them sound how they should, and that needs to be a priority. I'm talking about a top priority as well when it comes to the roster of characters and characters like Cell. You know, if you're gonna have different forms, give them different voices. It just makes more sense to have it that way. We also need to have Beast Gohan in the roster. He's just too awesome of a character not to have. I might be asking too much, but Bandai, please add in Beast Gohan at the launch of the game, please. But that is just me being a Gohan fanboy. Yeah. I can honestly see him being like part of like a DLC content, but one can wish for it, I guess. And he is such a popular character in the community, so obviously they will add him, but probably not at launch. But yeah, that'll be something I talk about in a future video of like the top characters I would love to have in Tenkaichi 4. But in conclusion, I hope we get a good amount of characters at the start as well as transformations in battle. All the games in budokai always seem more hype when you can just transform whenever you wanted, as well as transforming back to normal. Like, to me, that really made the game unique. And nowadays, you can't even transform back to normal. Also, it would add so much more to the game if each transformation had their own combos and stuff, kind of like how Raging Blast does it. To me, that was like my favorite thing about like the Raging Blast series, which is like an extension from the Tenkaichi series. But yeah, that's all I have in this video. Please post your comments below, your opinions about the roster. And yeah, I'll catch all y'all in the next video. Peace.